Hey there, Space Cadets and Dreamers. I am the only Sir Cracker, otherwise known as Sir Cracker. And today I have a hold on a minute, very special guest today. This guest is definitely the one that makes my heart go ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. I wouldn't have it any other way. But I'll tell you what. She lights up my life, and she is the reason I am here. I promise you that. Well, I could go on forever, but I might as well just bring her up here. I have my wife, Shawnt'e. Hi, are you there?
I'm here.
Hi, beautiful.
Hi, sexy man beast.
So, I'm going to ask you some questions so we can get to know you a little bit better. Is that all right?
Sure.
Okay. Since you wrote the questions, you probably already know what they all are.
Yes, well, I kind of write everything for you.
Well, we have to make a disclaimer here. You know, you are the one that pretty much produces everything I do.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right, well, let's get on with the show, shall we?
Sure.
So, what's your full name?
Shawnt'e Dawn Willis.
Shawnt'e Dawn Willis.
And just call me Tay.
So, just call you Tay, okay. And where were you born and raised?
Spokane Valley, Washington.
Your whole life?
No, most of my life. I've lived in Jacksonville, North Carolina, and at the Camp Lejeune Marine Corps base for a few years, and Virginia for a few years.
What brought you to go down there?
Helping a friend of mine through her divorce. And then she got remarried, so we moved to Virginia.
How wonderful of you.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw a ghost behind you. That must be Alan. Okay, so...
He's my favorite babysitter.
So so what would you say your fandom is?
Books mostly. I'm a bookworm, huge bookworm, and I play tabletop games and RPGs and MMORPGs and stuff like that. So video games and books.
Hmm. So you collect books?
I collect books.
You collect video games?
No, I play video games. I am too poor to collect them.
Oh. So is it like a Facebook thing?
No, it's more of like a I borrow them from friends thing.
Oh, so they pay the money for them, and then you are the one that just kind of takes them.
Pretty much.
So, fair warning out there to all Space Cadets and Dreamers, don't loan this woman your games. You may not get them back.
Oh, you'll always get them back. I just can't tell you when.
Especially the ones that you're addicted to, right?
Right. Well, I think I borrowed Bo's game, Star Ocean. I borrowed it 9 years ago, and I kept reborrowing it, so he just bought himself another copy and gave me it.
Yeah, it's a shame the library doesn't work that way.
Right?
That'd be nice.
There's certain books I own by now, if the library worked that way.
Out of all these games, which one would you say is a favorite?
World of Warcraft.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
And when's the last time you got to play WoW?
See, my daughter's turning 5, so 4.5 years ago.
Wow. And how come you don't play WoW?
Because children are expensive, and I couldn't afford both children and WoW.
I know, right? Like, was it $15 a month? Oh, is it $30 a month?
Almost, yeah.
$30 a month.
Then, I have no idea what it is now.
Yeah, it's only been like 4 years, right?
But that's seriously only one pack of diapers. So, diapers are WoW time, and I had to choose diapers.
Yeah, it's a good thing they're out of diapers.
Yeah, the other problem I had is I wasn't doing schoolwork. I was playing WoW instead, so in order to graduate, I had to give up for a few years.
Oh, the truth comes out. So you're trying to blame it on the kids, but the truth of the matter is you're so addicted that you can't get schoolwork done.
No, it's the kids' fault.
Well, that didn't go the way I wanted it to. Okay. So, what do you do for a living?
I go to school. I raise children.
What do you go to
And
school for?
I'm getting my bachelor's degree in business management with an emphasis on human resources. Pretty much I'll be able to hire and fire people.
In my opinion, that sounds kind of boring. Why'd you pick that?
Because I couldn't do creative writing courses online.
So you write.
Yes, I do. I want my biggest wish is to become a published author.
Really?
Yes.
So what all have you written so far?
Well, I have several short stories that are near completion, and I had a 45 chapter fantasy novel that when my computer crashed, I lost all but 4 chapters.
Oh.
The first 4 chapters were the only things backed up on hard drive. Uh,
Can I ask what it was about?
no, you may not.
Oh. Okay.
I'm really hoping to have it published as soon as I rewrite the freaking thing.
Well, hopefully it's all still kind of stuck up in the hard drive a little bit.
Yeah, I'm hoping so. I haven't even began because, like I said, I'm in the last few months of school, so finals are coming up, and then I have one more quarter. So I'm
Is this
kind of
is this the only story or book that you've ever written?
no. I wrote a children's book with my mother once.
Really? Was it? It wasn't published.
No, we had offers to have it published, but my mom didn't want to share credit.
Oh, okay. So it kind of look on your face looks like it's probably a sore subject, so we can move on. Okay, so are you married? Are you single? Are you divorced? A widow? What?
I'm married to the most wonderful man in the entire world, which you know because you are that man.
Well, that's a very good compliment you could be giving your husband, I guess. It is a husband, right?
At the moment.
Okay.
As long as he hasn't changed his mind, yes, it's a boy.
I don't know. I haven't spoken to him recently, but I don't think he's changed his mind. He's still got a ring on his finger. See? Let's see. Well, you kind of answered your question a little bit, but do you have nerd kids or possibly sidekick pets?
I have both. I have 3 children, 2 4-year-olds and a 14-year-old, and 2 dogs. But
Interesting.
almost as well. I love my dogs almost more than I love my children.
That's a sign of a bad parent right there.
Oh gosh, no. No, you couldn't even imagine how much I love my kids.
Wow. You know, a question I didn't ask you earlier was, your childhood. Did you have siblings or a parent, parents or a parent or?
Um, I have my mom and my stepdad who raised me since I was 3, so he's pretty much my dad. Um, I have siblings is a hard question for me. I have 1 full-blooded sibling. I have a half sibling that I grew up with and 2 step siblings that I grew up with. And I know that my biological father has several kids of his own that I've never met. So
Okay, so it sounds like a modern day Brady Bunch, basically.
yeah,
Hodgepodge, and most families are that way nowadays.
pretty much.
Okay. Let's see. Would you say you're kind of a shy person or an outgoing person?
I'm extremely shy. Extremely shy.
Yeah. You ever get the chance to just explode out of your shell, or you just kind of like to hermit crab it?
Depends upon who I'm with. There are certain people that can draw me out and I just become a completely different person. But most of the time I'm pretty much in my home by myself with my munchkins.
Okay. So, do you have a special talent?
I annoy my husband very well.
Hmm. I wouldn't call that a talent.
Spending his money a talent?
Okay. I could go with that.
A legitimate talent besides writing.
Well, can you whistle out of your ears, for instance, or
I don't think anybody can use me out of their ears. Except for maybe you.
I can't whistle out of my ears.
Um, no, not really. I don't have any special talent like that.
Okay.
I can get just about any baby to settle down.
That would be a talent, especially if you've got a lot of babies.
Well, being a foster parent for 11 years, I've had a lot of babies.
Interesting. How many have you had, do you think?
11.
Must take a really special person to be a foster parent, huh?
No, it
No?
doesn't. Not really, no.
What would you say the hardest part about being a foster parent would be?
Dealing with DSHS?
Oh, so it's not poopy diapers.
No, it's the bureaucracy of the system and the failure of the system, and this is really a road you don't want me to go down.
Okay, we can move on. We can move on. We are kind of nearing the end of here of our little interview. I do have 10 final questions that I'd like to ask. And they're special questions. I'm sure you know probably about them when I say Actors Studio.
Yeah, I researched them and wrote them down for you.
Oh, my goodness, that's where they came from. I have to say this is probably like one of my absolute favorite parts of the entire interview and getting to know who my
Is your favorite part of the entire interview?
It is. You know, I think I get to learn the most from people when you ask these 10 questions because it really shows to them, hey, you know, or shows me, hey, you know, this person, you know, is this kind of classification or they're this kind of, you know, it's. Let me shut up and I'll just get to it.
People realize that we are literally in the same house, right?
I don't know about you, but I'm in my theater,
which is in my basement.
Well, it's not necessarily your basement. I mean, I am married to you, so half of everything is mine.
I clean it, so it's my basement.
Alan cleans it.
Alan doesn't count.
I'm just being honest. Is that a problem? Okay, let's get to the questions. What would you say your favorite word would be?
Frack.
As in, we're talking Battlestar Galactica frack?
Yes.
Why is that?
I think it's fun to say.
Oh. I guess it's better than saying the alternative. What is your least favorite word?
Cunt.
We're not repeating this because it's on the air. But she did say the C word.
Yeah. It's harsh and ugly and
okay.
Not a nice word.
No, it is not. What turns you on?
You.
What turns you off?
You.
Moving on.
No. What turns me off? Seriously, what turns me off? Body odor.
Interesting. Okay. And what sound do you love?
A baby's giggle.
One more time.
A baby's giggle.
A baby's giggle. That's a good sound. Well, what sound do you hate?
You're snoring.
What is your favorite curse word?
Fuck.
Ooh, fuck. You just cussed. I'm going to have to bleep that out. Whoops. Oh my goodness. I can't believe you cussed. That's just wonderful. Although I did ask. I did ask. It's my own fault. Let's see. What profession other than your own would you like to attempt?
Professional writing.
Okay. And what profession would you not like to do?
Housekeeping.
You look like you've had experience doing that.
10 years. I'll never do it again.
No, probably not. Not after 10 years. Okay. We should find out if Mike Rowe has done that.
I think he has. I love Mike Rowe.
All right. Final question, and this I think is probably one of the hardest questions to answer. But if heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Come meet Leonard Nimoy.
Interesting. You are such a nerd.
Spock is one of my favorites. So, yeah, I think that would be awesome to hear if heaven existed.
I think he's going to be greatly missed by everyone.
Yes.
All right, Shawnt'e, this is coming to the close of our interview. It has been an absolute pleasure for being able to spend the last, almost 11 years with you.
Almost, huh?
It's getting there.
Okay.
I think November, this coming November, would be 11 years.
Yes, it will be.
Yeah. Okay. Any further thoughts that you would like to add before we leave?
Yeah, get your butt upstairs and help me put your kids to bed.
Is it really that time? It's only 6:30. What are you doing?
They didn't nap. Get upstairs and help me put your kids to bed.
All right. I'll be there in just a minute.
Okay.
All right. Bye, love.
Yeah.
Mwah. Hey there, Space Cadets. I want to thank you so much for spending this little bit of time with us and getting to know my precious. And yes, that was a Harry Potter. No, it wasn't. That was a Hobbit thing. God, why can't I keep those two straight? I know, they both have creepy little weird things in them. You know, just a little food for thought. This was kind of a lighthearted, simple interview, and I really wanted to be able to share the most special person in my life with you. And I look forward to being able to spend quality time with many, 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 many of you. So if you would like to sit here with me and, you know, have a few minutes of conversation and get to know you and put a face to our group in Space Cadets, go ahead and send me a private message in Facebook, and I will do what I can to make that happen. All right. Well, like the wife said, I got to get my butt upstairs and I got to put those kids to bed. So let's talk for a while, shall we? No. No, she'll kill me. All right. Thank you so much, and keep watching. Bye for now.